Hi everyone, Pipat speaking. I'm driving, heading to home. I'm thinking about the meanings and importance of cross-cultural communication. And the topic today is about cross-cultural gap. When human beings get together, share together ideas, basically there are big, small gap. It depends on many factors. The most frequent gap happen is about a generation gap that reflect the fact of life, reflect nature law. People of different generations means they grew up in different surrounding, different period of time, and surely different perception. And when living creatures called sapiens, the word human being define to make them different from the other living creatures. I listen to these words, this gap, generation gap, and now today I would share more widely in terms of culture. When the human being getting in touch and talk, share things in common. What is the meaning of common? Common of an individual, probably different from common of others, from different culture, different location of this globe. And that is why we have to go in the middle. We have to think about compromising, about patience, about adjustment, and about acceptance to the others. And you're supposed to think positively all the times whenever you talk with other people, your friend, your colleague, who are local people or foreigner. A couple of years ago, I had conversation with many people, foreigner from different country, different belief, different perception. And while I was listening, I heard and I connect the word to my perception. Very often, I felt uncomfortable. It's not because what they are doing or what they are saying was wrong. I never think about mistakes. People have their own reasons whenever they express their feeling through words, through body language, to everything. But if you love to socialize with people, you're supposed to be calm and listen deeply. Sometimes the meaning is not about what you are listening or something you are looking to. There are many things on behind. That because of the something called cultural barriers, that might make you think different. So if you avoid to think about that you experience as mistakes and try to accept, try to understand, that is something you should or you must do or you have to do. Otherwise, you will become frustrated, uncomfortable. You might get angry and you stop talking with such an individual anymore. Basically, when you interact with local people, you understand you don't have any language barrier, but still people always create many poor relationships. And how about if you talk with a foreigner who come from different side of this world? So there is much more opportunity to get conflict. I'm thinking about this all the times. And sometimes if you don't have principle when you talk with other people, in particular foreigners, you might feel upset. And finally, you may decide not carrying on talking with a foreigner anymore. Remember, I mentioned about a few keywords. Don't criticize the other. Don't judge the other. And all in all, don't measure the other people by your own yardstick of age. My experience, when I talk more and more to different people, in particular foreigner, I can see, I can touch different expression that they were showing. I try to listen carefully, attentively, and try to sing along. Because when two people of different culture and we use a common language called English between native speaker and non-native speaker, that is the weakest point, because non-native speaker sometimes they are not able to express what is the true reasons they would express because of language limitation. And only way, so people of different culture, native speaker, English native speaker, and non-native speaker talk, you have to think about forgiving. And you might think positively sometimes when they talk something different from what you expect. You have to think that probably they have limitation in expressing their thoughts, their feeling. They cannot get the right word to express their feeling. If you try to control the way you listen to non-native speaker, you will be understanding. Otherwise, your relationship will be broken down sooner. So that is what I experience. The people from Afghanistan, from South Africa, from Europe, from America, we have so many cross-cultural gap. And only way, if you would like to prolong relationship with your foreigner friend, sometimes you need to explain. And whenever you do not understand what they express, don't hesitate to ask why, and ask for the reason why they are doing like that. If you did nothing, just to keep listening, and even something you object their expression and you keep quiet, it's like something you keep in your mind, something negative. And after a certain period of time, you lose your temper, and finally relationship turn broken. That is what the human being don't like it to happen. Anyway, Thai people, I would say majority of Thai people don't understand about way of thinking of foreigner and vice versa. American people, European people, mostly they don't understand deeply what is Thai people thinking. And the easiest way to not create any trouble, any depression, do nothing, disconnect, easiest way. But if you think positively and you try to understand, and if not, ask many questions, as many as you can, and little by little you can learn, and finally you can adjust something called wavelength, and you can prolong relationship beautifully. I am a kind of local people who never ever study, experience English speaking environment. So sometimes when I talk with foreigner, I can understand in terms of meaning, but sometimes not in terms of meaning. But the more you talk with a foreigner, the more culture you understand. And that is important lesson. Sometimes you did mistake. Mistake is lesson. If you do nothing, you did no mistake. Mistake is lesson. Think positively. Try to understand the other. Try to explain the other if they don't understand you. That is way of friend making. Don't keep quiet. Don't keep quiet. Understanding need explanation, need sharing from your heart. Quiet is dangerous thing that can destroy human being relationship easily. Yeah, that is what I think about, and keep going, talking, sharing with a foreigner. If sometimes I cannot control my temper, I lose my temper, but I have to be patient. And try to think over, and finally you will find that nothing so serious, but because of the sometimes there are big gaps. Keep bridging the gaps, learning more and more, gaining more and more experience. There are a variety of things in global society that you need to learn through experience, through friendship, through relationship. It is lifetime process. That is what I would like to say while I am driving home and enjoy my evening exercise at home. Thank you very much. สวัสดีครับ